Hello, my beautiful wildflowers. How are you today? Alexis here with Haute Modesty. Welcome to Colourpop Friday. And today I will be reviewing with you this Animal Crossings. And the look that I got is from these palettes. So if you're interested in seeing how I got here, please stay tuned. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers and guests. Today we will be working with the Animal Crossings by Colourpop. And I want to, before we get started, I just want to go ahead and give you some facts about this collection, which is right now still sold out. And there will be a restocking on February 18th, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, February 18th, they will restock this collection. But you can buy this not in a collection, and I did not buy the collection. I just bought these 4 mini eyeshadows, and I'll go ahead and show you what they are and what the colors are in this pack, okay? And first, before I get into that piece of it, let me tell you, if you buy these individually, because you can buy them individually, even though it comes really nice in a box like this to buy the quad, is that each of these are $12, okay? And then you can buy this set for $48. Or you can buy the whole collection for $125. To me, that is very pricey for Colourpop for their collection. And I've not seen any recent collections that cost that much. And I think truly, to be honest with you, they just took advantage of the fact that it is Animal Crossings, okay? Because this whole thing is called Animal Crossings New Horizons, right? And so I think there's so much love out there for the game that they knew that they could get some money out of people. Even if they charge $125. And in that collection, it's nothing special about this collection. Let me tell you what's in it, okay? You get the 4 palettes, right? They're mini and they're quads. They're not like anything special. And they're actually pretty tiny, okay? Look at it. They're small. And also, what else comes with it is 3 mini lip tint duos, 3 lippies, 2 blush compacts, and one super shock eyeshadow, where you usually get at least 2 with other collections, and 1 glitter gel. And so there's really not a whole lot to this collection, and yet it's $125. And so, yeah, it is definitely expensive, I think. And the only reason why I picked these up is so I could go ahead and show you guys. And this was a launch in February, as you all know, this month. And so, yeah, but let me see what I think of it. I mean, I like Colourpop. I mean, they're not bad. They're made in the USA. They're good quality. Recently, though, I have noticed that their quality control is not as good. I've gotten more than 2 or 3 things sent to me broken. And if you guys watch my channel, you probably saw that one where my strawberry shake palette, I opened it, I held it up to show it to you, and in a palette, the one eyeshadow actually fell out, and it's one of those soft shimmer ones, and it just totally broke. And if it would have been a matte, it probably wouldn't have broke. But this was just like, poof, became like a lump of powder. And so I'm not really happy about that. And, you know, I am committed to doing Colourpop Fridays, but I may go ahead and change that in the future, because I don't want to continue to buy things that I feel that is not really worth it. And and so that's how I feel about it. But let's just go ahead and go into just swatching. I'm going to swatch these for you because I will go ahead and use one. And I'm going to try to do a monochromatic look with the purple today, okay, which is this one here. And I'm not going to swatch this for you because I'm going to go ahead and put this one on. And so, like I said, monochromatic look, I'll try my best to do that, and including my lips being purple. But of course, like I said, I don't have anything other than the eyeshadows from Colourpop, so I'll be using other things, okay? So, okay, let's start with this one. This is Nook Ink. And Nook Ink. Okay, that's what it says here. Take a look here. And another thing too, I need to check and see which ones are actually eye unsafe, if there's any of them there. Okay, and this one here, I am seeing that there is one that is unsafe to use near the eyes, and it's the color CEO, and I can show that to you. And it's because that is a glitter. This one here, CEO, is marked in the back as unsafe to use near the eyes. Okay, so let's go ahead and swatch a couple of these. I'm going to go ahead with the top. Okay, I'm going to show you what it looks like on my finger first. Okay, and then I will go ahead and swatch here. And this is, I'm just going in one time, and I'll go in one time fairly, okay? And that's another thing too with their pigment. Sometimes they stain. I mean, this one has like a little bit of green left in there. And then the next one, the next set here, and I'll tell you, these things are especially this glitter. It's kind of I feel like I stuck my finger in there too much, but I didn't. It's just mushy. And those, okay. And here you go. As you can tell, this is the unsafe for the eyes one. And this is glitter. As you can tell, there's loose. You see loose glitter just floating around in there. So between each of these swatches, I'm going to go ahead and get makeup remover and then just wipe them off. So that way I don't get it everywhere. Okay, so give me a second. Okay, I can tell you I did have a hard time getting the green off. Of course, glitter's everywhere now. But the green, I believe the color is, let's see, which one is that? This one is called Water Landing, which is this one here. It gave me a hard time to come off. So when you're using this type of eyeshadow, what I would recommend you do is to use a very good primer, and not the oily type of primer, but something that puts a layer in between, something like the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer, or something like the Mario primer that actually creates a barrier so that way you don't stain your eyelids. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Okay, the next one here, this is pink, and I was thinking, I was torn between this one and the purple one, and because I want to do a monochromatic, I'm going to go ahead and with the purple one. And this one is called 6-Star Island, or is it 5-Star Island? A 5-Star Island, 6-Star Island, that's funny. Okay, and let's see if there is any, there are 2 shades here that are unsafe for the eyes. One is called the Island Tune, and the other one is called Island Designer, and I'll tell you which one is which. This is the Island Tune, which is probably due to the pigment. And Island, okay, Design, did I say? Yeah, here, because of the glitter. Was that Island Design? Is that right? Designer, Island Designer. So as you can see, these are nice colors, but yeah, 2 out of 4 being unsafe. You know how I feel about that, right? So, okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and swatch these. Okay, I like this. What is this one? This one is nice. It's called Isabella, which is the yellowish one. Okay, you see here, Isabella. Okay, and here we go. Well, this is a lot more peachier than I thought, than pink. Okay, and here it is. I don't know if you can see that very good, but okay. And the next 2, which includes one is a matte with glitter. Ooh, which is a very pretty color, actually. It's a very mauvey. Okay. And this is the unsafe one. And this one's okay. And let's see now. Okay. How did that go on? Okay. So there it is. I mean, very nice. This one is actually very nice. This is a matte with glitter. And this one is glitter. Okay. It looks like packed glitter. So, yeah, these are actually not bad as far as the colors go. Okay, let me see if I have what did I have as a makeup wipe, and I'm seeing how hard it is to remove the colors, especially like the pigments and the glitters and things like that. And so, okay. Again, this pigment is a little bit, harder to remove, but not bad. But now I have glitter everywhere. So, and you know how much I love glitter, right? Not. Okay, so that is that. And actually, I really like this one so far. The green one, I can live without it, but it's okay because green's not my color. But that's okay. Some of you may love green. Okay, this is What a Hoot. What a Hoot or Toot? Oh, What a Hoot. And, of course, it's got a owl on it. And let's see how many of these. Okay, there is one unsafe for the eyes. And it is called a, what is that? Meteor shower. Okay, that's on the left top. So this is it. Obviously you can see it, and that's because it is glitter, and this is the one that's unsafe with the eyes. And so let's go ahead and swatch these. Oh gosh, that's very glittery. Okay. Okay, here it is. And let's see. Okay, that's that. And the glitter doesn't really go on there, but it's very, how would you say? It's really rough on the skin, actually. It's scratchy. You have to be really careful when you use this near the eyes. Maybe that's why there's a warning on there. So do be careful because it is very scratchy. You need to go in there gingerly. You can't go in there and really scrape it back and forth. Yeah, so okay, now next two, which is the bottom two. Let's see, what does that look like? Again, these colors are very nice. The metallics and their mattes are really nice, and they really need to stick with those shades, especially if they're going to throw in a additional glitter pot. Why put it in the regular eyeshadows? So I don't know. Anyway, here we go. And here we go. And I think just as I suspected, these matte colors and these middle colors are very, very pigmented, more so than anything else. Well, actually, this is very nice. I thought it would be, because of the container, you see, I thought it would be orange, but it's really not. It's more like a gold. Okay, so that's it. That's all I am going to swatch. And then the rest, the one on the purple, I will go ahead and put that on, so that way you can see it in the eyes. But this is what I ended up with, right? Look. So, yeah. That's that. Okie dokie. So, let me get ready. I'm going to go off camera and put on some primer, and then I'll be right back. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers and guests, I'm back, and I did go ahead and put a primer down, and the primer I actually used because of the fact that I don't want to stain my eyelids or have a really hard time removing the makeup, actually. Just in case, I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills, her primer, which is very thick and it creates a barrier. And also for my eyebrows, I am also using Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is Brow Wiz, okay, and this is a medium ash, and that's ash brown. Okay, and right off the bat, you know, I was looking at this palette and I'm thinking, okay, I mean, what's wrong here? Okay, number one, there is no transition color here. There's nothing here that I can use as transition because number one is glitter. One is glitter and matte, which is this one here, glitter and matte, and this one is metallic, okay? And it looks like a dual chrome. It is a dual chrome, okay? And this one here is way too dark. Way too dark for transition. So right off the bat, I need to go into another palette. And I could choose to use one of the other colors. Let me see. I think I recall there's one in here. Nope, that's got a metallic. I was thinking this color here, but this one is a glitter and matte. So I definitely don't want to use that. And let's see what else is in here, because I do have a backup, which is going outside of this collection. Again, I cannot use anything in here. This is the closest one, and this is actually metallic. Okay, and I cannot use that. And so I'm just going through to give them a chance on, you know, maybe I can use one of those. But again, on this one, there's nothing that I can use as a transition shade. So right off the bat, there's no transition shade. So yeah, that's a really, so that's okay. I don't want to sound negative right off the bat, but I want to be honest with you on these things, especially when they're charging $125 for the collection and also $48 for these teeny weeny things. I mean, they're charging prices that's getting close to Vizier. And yeah, oh, by the way, this is my Vizier palette, which I'm going to be using. This was actually part of my add-ons, because I would have gotten it in my premium box in December, which I never got, and they just gave me a refund for. So, but good thing is I did buy this in add-ons. So that's that. And so I'm going to go ahead and use this, and I'm not going to use my Refer brushes because I don't want them stained. And so I will go ahead and use my set of synthetic brushes. So that way I know that, let's see, let me make sure I have what I need. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so, yep. So first what I'll do is I'll use this fluffy brush, and I will go into this color here, okay? And I'm going to put this all over my eyelids minus my under my brow, okay? So let's just go ahead and get this done. Oh, I don't have a mirror here, so hold on one second. I'm really organized. Okay, at least this has a mirror, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Okay, so let's just go in and kind of put this all over. And the reason why I'm putting it all over is because, as you notice, the color... Oh, let me bring you in a little bit more. A little bit. Okay, yeah. The reason why is because the color of Anastasia's primer is actually very white. I don't know if you noticed that. And she only has one color, actually. It's okay because it is a primer. A primer is supposed to be white. Regardless of what color you're going to put on top of it, primer is white in anything, right? I mean, even if you're painting your car, painting your house, primer is going to be white. And it's okay because that gives it a nice blank canvas. Okay, so I will go ahead and put this, like I said, all over except for my right under my my eyebrow bone, because that part I do like white anyway. Oh my gosh, you know what? I need to practice talking to you guys and putting on makeup at the same time, because a lot of times I struggle with that because I like to, I like to focus on what I'm doing. That went on so smooth, the Vizier, that makes me want to continue with the Vizier, but okay, I got to do this. Okay, and also you'll notice that I'm looking up a lot, and that is because of my recent experience where I didn't have my mic on and I started recording something. I recorded for about an hour and then realized the mic is not on. I'm like, oh gosh, okay. So anyway, yeah. And so, as usual, look at the kick up on this. This is like crazy kick up, and I don't dust off my brush. So let's see, this is going to be tricky. See if I can like really quick, get that on there. And this is the actual purple color here. What do they call this anyway? Hold on. Saren Sable. You guys probably know. If you play the game, you probably know what that, that probably means something to you. But since I don't play the game, it means nothing to me. So Saren Sable, and I hope I pronounced that properly. Okay. And I'm going to go to the other side. Okay. As you notice, you see the first place where you put it down, you get that dot. So especially if you're not dusting it off, be really light-handed initially when you go in with this. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend this in. And also my recommendation to you is when you're using colors like this that you're not really sure if it's going to, stain, or, ones that, there are pigments that possibly can stain. We know that. Try to, if you have synthetic brushes, use synthetic brushes, because your natural the natural fur or like goat hair type of brushes will stain. And so you don't want to do that, even though the color may not transfer. I mean, it's unsightly to see, these brushes that look dirty all the time when it's actually clean, but it's stained, okay? And so I'm just going to go ahead and work this in off camera real quick, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, as usual, it does blend easily, and I did just go ahead and just for, a few minutes, not even a few minutes, probably a few seconds, to just come off the camera and just really, look at it in my 10 times magnifying glass to see, my mirror, to see if I have it even and things like that. So it does blend relatively easy, and this is true for, all of Colourpop palette so far for me. And next, instead of, there's two glitters. One is this one here is the glitter, pressed glitter. And this one here is actually a matte and glitter, okay? Or glitter and matte. And this one looks like duochrome. And so I don't want to dual the glitters. So I'm just going to go in with my fingers with this one. You know what? I wonder if I'm going to try with the brush first, okay? And see, if that works out okay. So what I'll do is I'll go in with something like this to see if it'll pick up okay. And this is actually a concealer brush. You know what? Hold the thought. I just saw another brush which is smaller, which I will have more control. This is like a miniature concealer brush, but this has got the same kind of really firm, brush head here. Looks like I might have used this and didn't clean it. Okay, And so I will go ahead and do that with this dual chrome. I'm going to show you how I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to see. I'm just going to press like this, because otherwise what's going to happen is it's going to, because even their, believe it or not, even their dual chrome kick up, you know, I mean, look at up here. I mean, that, I mean, that really kicked up. So I'm just going to be really gentle with it. And this is what I get, and which is good. And let's see how this behaves. And by the way, earlier when I was swatching the other palettes, I got some on my pants, and it actually pretty much stained my pants. So be careful with these, okay? Hopefully it'll wash off. But anyway, just wanted to give you that warning. Okay. You know what? This is very reminiscent of the Dual Chrome by Natasha Denona, as well as Pat McGrath. And the question is it going to last? And, you know, yeah. And what is the quality of it? Because so far it seems very nice. I mean, it's going on really, I mean, look at it. Look at the shift. This has got a nice shift. It's got like a brownish, greenish shift. So this is nice. And what I'll do is I'll go in there a couple more times just so it's thick. And also, you know that if you want to, you can also wet your brush if it's easier for you. And so, yeah, I want to pack this on there pretty good and see, because this is all I'm going to do. I'm not going to press my luck with the glitters. And so, yeah, this is all I will do. It's just, yeah, this actually goes on pretty easy. And it blends so easily. And that's the thing about Colourpop. I really do love their quality of their shadows. The only thing is the way they package it, the way they press it. It's like they don't care. They just put it, you know, willy-nilly. And then as soon as you pick it up, it goes boom, falls. You know, it's like, yeah, no. That's the only problem, because it's a shame, because I mean, the quality of the shadows are really good, and it actually lasts. You would think something like this, maybe, you know, with the price point, that by the end of the night it's gone, but actually it's not bad. It gives me a good 8 hours at least. I rarely leave my makeup on more than that, so yeah. Okay, what do you think about that? Okay, I have to say, this is so very nice. Actually, the way it laid down, it didn't give me any problems, and I don't have fallout. I don't know how glitters and how the glitters and matte react, but I think the packed glitter, or what do they call that, pressed glitter, is probably not too bad, because it's pressed in whatever that it is that they press it in. But I know for sure that glitter and mattes do fall out, and so, but I'm not going to use that. But as far as the matte itself and also the dual chrome, it actually did pretty good. So I'll tell you what, let me just go ahead and put on my mascara and the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers and guests, I'm back, and this is the look that I ended up with, and I can tell you exactly what I did, okay, and what I used. So one thing that I used to love, and I haven't reached for lately, and I saw it sitting there staring at me saying, hey, remember me? It Cosmetics CC Cream. I remember how much I so loved it when I first used it, and then it got kind of pushed behind because all of my new, you know, foundations, and I forgot how much I loved it. And then the thing is, this is such a good product, and this is actually one of those foundations that has skincare built in it. And usually when you have skincare built into a foundation, they are kind of expensive, okay? You're looking at $65 plus type of thing. So when you see like foundations for like $130, it's because there's a lot of skincare in it, okay? And this one actually has anti-aging skincare in it. And as you notice, I mean, this is very moist and very dewy looking. And I try not to put powder products on top of it, because I do love this dewy look and this radiant look. So I will tell you what powder product I use. One powder product, and I'll tell you what that is in a minute. But this is my foundation, and then as far as you saw what happened with my eyeshadow, and then what I did was I took a Marc Jacobs purple eyeliner, put it underneath, and then I swept it with the same brush that I dipped into this one here. I did not use additional color. It's just that I did go ahead and use the brush that I used on that, and then just kind of went underneath like I always do. Okay, and as far as the mascara, my waterproof MAC mascara. And as far as my foundation, let me reach for, I should have left all this stuff out. But what I did was I used my Bobbi Brown cheek color, and this is a cream color, okay? And this is not powder, so what I did was I put it on there and I kind of tapped it in, and then I took my little miniature brushes and kind of blotted in there. And then the only powder product that I am using is actually the highlighter, and I used a little bit of the highlighter, not much. And let me pull out the right one here because I did start with one and then I changed my mind. Okay, and what I used was this MAC, and this is what I got from the holiday collection actually recently. I used this, okay, and this is kind of like a champagne-ish. It's not as white as it's appearing on the screen, but it is like a champagne-ish, and I did use the brush that actually comes with it, and I kind of put it on there and just gently tapped it in because I didn't want to go too much powder over my my dewy foundation and my blush, okay? So because I don't usually like to mix it, but yeah, that's that. My drawers are getting full again. It's getting a little bit irritating because I just decluttered and all of a sudden it's full again. I'm like, oh my God. So anyway, that's okay. And so the next part of it is my lips. And it is a lipstick actually from Pat McGrath. And it is a Matterns matte lipstick in this color. And let me tell you what this color was. Actually, this was on Super, so I think I paid $12 for it, and it's usually $32. And I'm really good at finding sales. That's the thing, and I'm always hunting for those sales. But the problem is, I mean, even it's on sale, it adds up after a while. So let me see, what is this one called? And this one is called Faux Pas. Faux Pas. It's nice. Okay. And that is the lip look. And so that's that. I think I told you everything I used. And let's go and get my thoughts on this collection here. Not the collection, but at least the eyeshadows. Okay, so you guys know I always use my little grading system. Oh, and Casey, yeah, one of my buddies out there, a fellow YouTuber, if you haven't checked her out, check her out. Anyway, Casey, she said, why stars and why check marks? Why don't you use Wildflowers? I'm like, duh. And so thank you, Casey. So guess what? If you get 5 Wildflowers, you are at the top, okay? So this is how we're going to do it. So for each category, there's 5 categories, we will be assigning Wildflowers, okay? And so, and if I forget, please hold me to it because sometimes I'll divert back to stars, okay? So the first one is Color Story Cohesiveness. Okay, it is very cohesive, okay? The color story is cohesive. And so I have to actually give it a 1 Wildflower because it is cohesive, and that's the only criteria I actually laid out for this. Okay, and number 2, product quality. We're talking about texture, kick up, fallout, and blendability. Okay, for texture, very nice texture, except for the glitter. It was a little bit gritty and rough, and the kick up was definitely big, but you know, I never really take off for it because it really has nice pigments, okay? And also there's no fallout, right? But this time I thought there was no fallout. I really seriously thought there was no fallout until I looked in the mirror to start putting on my foundation, and I saw a lot of fallout on my, you know, underneath my eyes, and I actually had to go and take this, and I don't know if you can see the fallout on there. And so like right here. And so I had to really clean around my eyes, and that's rare that I have to do that with Colourpop. And so I am actually going to take away a half a Wildflowers for that, okay? So far we have 1.5 Wildflowers. And next is a product usability, okay? Can you use it event, occasion? Can you use it anytime? I'm going to say no. No Wildflowers because number 1, I mean, you can't use all of these colors only and then expect to go to work with it. And also the fact that it lacks a very important piece, which is the transition color. And that's talking about, it's not just this one, but I gave it a chance by looking at the other 3 palettes. There were no transition color whatsoever. So I had to go to another palette. So I have to take away a Wildflower for that. Okay, so now we still have 1.5 Wildflowers. And the next one is unsafe pigment glitters. And you know, on a 9 palette, if you have one, I forgive it. If you have 2, not so forgiving. On this one, it's a 4-pan palette, and 50% are unsafe for the eyes, okay? And these are these 2 here, okay? Again, these, it's these 2 here, okay? Oh, let me see which one. Boop, boop, boop. This one and this one. So I gotta say, this one, I gotta look at it in this one, because when you flip the palette, and you gotta really pay attention. So this one here and this one here are not eye safe. So 50% of the palette is unsafe. I have to give it a 0 Wildflower there, okay? And the next, it's still 1.5 still. And then price point, definitely price point for this set, it's expensive. It is expensive. $12 for 4 pans is expensive for Colourpop. So I'm going to be fair though. It could be even more expensive. I mean, this is nothing like Vizier. And yet, they're starting to get up there, right? I mean, it depends. It depends. It depends on what you're comparing it to. Some of Vizier's is really expensive, or some of them are like more affordable, but they're 4 pans. I mean, but at least all 4 are eye safe. So anyway, so the price point, I'm going to give it a half. I have to give it a half. I'm sorry, $125 for this whole collection, and $12 a pan, $12 per 4 colors. That's a lot. So unfortunately, the total comes to 2 Wildflowers out of 5. And you know me, I'm going to give a honest review on something. You know, I really thought the world of Colourpop. And most of the time, I think the least that I ever gave for a collection was 4.5. And, you know, that's really putting it through the rigors, using my consistent system. Consistent scoring system. And so, yeah, you know, I hate to do it, but 2 out of 5. I mean, some of you may not feel the same way, but always remember, please, this is my opinion based on how I use my products and how much use I think I'll get out of it. And I'll be totally honest with you, I probably will not use these palettes again. I mean, maybe if I'm pulling out this, I really like this, you know, if anything, I'll probably break up the palette and keep the dual chrome, which, because it went on so nicely. I mean, take a look. I mean, this is like the same dual chrome. I mean, it gives the same look as Natasha Denona's dual chrome at a fraction of a price. But still, I mean, for me to be, you know, happy about 1 color out of 4, and probably the same with all the other colors. I'm going to do the same thing, right? Because you saw some of the colors that I already pointed to that are really, really nice. And like this piece here, which is a metallic and not a glitter or pressed glitter or anything like that. And so I will probably have to go through all of these and pull out my favorite colors, depot them, put them into my Z palette, and the rest, I'm not going to have any use for it. So it is what it is. Maybe I'll start another Z palette for ones that I don't ever use, and that I can put it aside and maybe make it into a giveaway one of these days. Don't know. But anyhow, so I hope this was helpful. And as I said, I'm trying to be very honest, and I'm trying to be fair at the same time too. But remember, this is my opinion only. If you guys love this and it's just, you know, the best thing next to sliced bread, great. You do you, but I have to do me, and I have to give you all what I think, okay? And so, my beautiful Wildflowers, if you have any comments, if you have tried this products, and if you've had different experience, please put it below, because I want to know, and I want you to share with everybody else, because like I said, my opinion is just one. It's just one, you know, it's an N of 1. So, okay, my beautiful Wildflowers, I think enough said, and I hope you enjoyed it, and if I added any value, please hit like. And if you have not subscribed yet, you know who you are. Please do consider subscribing and join us on a regular day, you know, just like this. Just kick back, turn on the YouTube, and just do the thing with us. Okay, my beautiful Wildflowers, enough of me being silly. So, but always, remember, don't sweat the small stuff. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.